What's up, Carrie Lane here, and welcome to my channel where I talk about anime and movies that you've probably never heard of or you haven't gotten around to watching just yet. Today I'm going to tell you about a really cool series that I'm very fond of called Library War, or Library Wars. It kind of actually depends on if it's the manga, the anime, or the live action movies, or even the light novels. I've read the manga, I've watched the anime, and one of the live action films, and I love all of them. So the anime is called Library War. You can watch it on Crunchyroll. It is 12 episodes in the main story, and then there's a 13th episode, which is kind of like a bonus, though it's not really an OVA. So in the near future, Japan creates the Media Enhancement Act, which is a far-reaching, very aggressive form of censorship. To combat that, the libraries develop their own library defense force, which is essentially like their own military. And another way to think of it is like the libraries are like their own little states. So they get to make their own rules, but they still function in the whole of the country. Each library still has regular librarians, but they also have the library task force. The main character, Iku Kasahara, is the first woman to join the library task force. And this is a really big deal. She is really fun and rambunctious and a bit goofy. What motivates Iku to join the library task force is when she was younger, there was a book she loved so much, and she was at a bookstore and the Media Betterment Act, like their forces, came in and were doing random sweeps and collecting books that were considered censored, and her book that she was holding was going to be one of those books. But in that moment, somebody from the Kanto Library Task Force comes in and is like, no, you can't do that. We are claiming these books. He stops the other soldiers from taking her book. So to her, this is her prince. Oh my goodness, her prince. So yes, this is a very kind of shoujo show, but it also has the element of military and it has a lot of comedy. But that's the start of the romance, which is so cute. So cute. So she idolizes this man, this prince, but for some reason, the lights, whatnot, silhouette, so she doesn't know what he looks like. Joins the library and is telling these people, I'm gonna meet my prince, and guess what? He works on the task force. It's pretty obvious who it is as it's going, but it's one of those, it's so cute because you're watching and you kind of have your suspicions, and then once you find out, and then finally when she finds out, how that unfolds is hilarious. And it also actually shows a lot of character development by the time that discovery is made. So overall, the anime, having the 12 episodes, does not cover everything that's in the manga. There are a couple stories that when I was watching, I was like, oh, I remember that, and that's too bad that it didn't make it in. But a lot makes it in, and it does translate very well. Also, the live action film, super cool. That's a really great version of an adaptation of an anime manga live action. They also changed some things, but it's from printed form to movement and live actions. Do recommend the movie if you're able to see it. I haven't seen the second movie yet, so I can't say. I feel the show is very timely, even though it came out in 2008 in terms of censorship and what you were allowed to read, to watch. People have tried to ban books, people have burned books, and so the big theme in the story is how you should have the freedom to get that material, and then what you do with it, like how you interpret it, is up to you, the individual. You should have access to it is the big point. So they talk a lot about that, which is really kind of cool and, again, timely. Some of the other themes involve the fact that Iku is the first woman joining the library task force, but it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm a woman and I'm on the team. No, it's more just the fact of the big problem is she doesn't want to tell her parents because they feel, oh, that's too dangerous, like you shouldn't be doing that kind of a job. So it's a really relatable storyline of a child who can't really openly talk with their parents, and then if their parents accept who they are or not is another big theme. The particular style of the anime is not super shoujo vibe that I'm used to in terms of like manga, the super pretty and like sparkles and every detail of hair, but it has a nice, very clean cut vibe to it. So it was a little different at first, but I liked it. We are talking about a visual medium here, so what it looks like matters. So if you're looking for something that has a lot of heart, humor, and kind of like that action, military-ish vibe, adorable romance, definitely check out Library War. Again, you can watch that on Crunchyroll. It's all 13 episodes, so it does go by pretty quick. So let me know if you're familiar with this title, and if you've read it or watched it, please comment down below. Well, thank you so much for watching. My name is Carrie Lane. Don't forget to click that subscribe button right over here. And if you're interested in more reviews, you can click the link right up here. All right, again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.